Live.
Right? Okay, I'd like to get the meeting started and call to order of the meeting. Do we need to start on this?
Yeah, you would just suspend the regular meeting
Okay.
and then Chris can call the Board of Finance to order.
Okay, I'd like to suspend the normal meeting for the finance meeting. So,
Right. So,
and, oh, go ahead.
the Board of Finance meeting, we have a couple of things on the agenda. Under new business, we need to approve the investment policy. That's on page 48, 49, 50, 51, and 52. I don't believe, I didn't see any changes
No changes.
on that. It's the same investment policy that we had last year.
I verified all the code.
All the
codes are
code,
still
yeah, code.
current and accurate.
So we do need a motion to approve our investment policy or discussion.
And we haven't changed that for years. I think a couple of years ago, we changed it because I think we were only in bonds.
Correct.
If I remember correctly.
And this investment policy does then go into interest earnings, investments, and any of those things, the gift funds. That was a big one that we added, but we'll talk about that one at a later date, or not a later date, a later section.
Well, Angela makes a motion that we accept the investment policy for 2026.
And do we have a second?
Oh, yeah,
I'm sorry.
it's okay. It's been moved. Do we have this?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yes. You're
And Greg will second.
Greg will
leaving this mission, aren't you?
Yes.
For a minute.
That's okay, just for a minute, just for a little bit. It's been moved and seconded for the Peabody Public Library investment policy. All those in favor of approval, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? It has passed. We do have to sign that one, do we not, or? Is there one for that one? I didn't see one in my,
I don't have anything for.
Okay, good.
Non-resolution.
okay, just to pass it.
And I'm sorry, this was, starting, I know we just passed it, Chris, but like, if you have any question, might be for Mike. Are we still paying off our bond?
It's paid.
It's
Okay,
paid for.
do we still make, so we don't make lease payments to the Peabody Public Library Leasing Corporation?
Correct.
Does it even still exist?
It still exists in case.
We want a
there's
bond
need
over the
for
bond
future
limit.
for bond. Yes.
Okay, okay.
So
Do we
the-
know who's on it or who's,
It's not Shipman anymore. It was someone else in that office who was made the president of that.
yeah, there's several people over
Yeah.
there.
I can't
Chris Deckard, Nathan Lundy,
What office?
Angie York.
Angie
I
York,
thought had
yeah.
retired.
Oh,
Do you mind
I will
checking
check.
with that office and find out what the status of the leasing corp is?
I know we still have one.
Well, that's it. And I noticed, and I did look, the real estate is still titled in the name of the leasing corp.
Yes.
Yeah.
But if
What's
you
the
don't want,
leasing corp for?
well, my understanding, Chris may correct me on this, but my understanding of the leasing corp is that when you want to have, that you have a certain bond limit
Right.
as a tax, as an entity.
Yes.
If you, for some reason, need to exceed that, that a leasing corporation can do it technically on your behalf.
Mhm.
I'm not a bond attorney or
I'm not either. We brought the,
but this was my understanding as to why it exists. And so it was originally created to build this building.
correct.
And that because that was in excess of the library's bonding authority, they had to set up this separate authority that technically was the bonded entity,
Yeah.
that then the library sort of guaranteed it and made lease payments through it because it's technically leasing it, and those ended up being bond payments.
Yeah, because we couldn't do our own bond to build our own building.
Sure.
Yeah, so.
But are we gonna need that entity in the future? Because would we,
And that's something we could discuss in the future.
It
Bond
was-
council would probably love to keep it in place.
Yeah, it was more expensive to let it go and then build it and have a new one made. That was the reason of keeping it, which is one of the bond discussions we had.
Hmm.
To renew the bond or to issue more money to fix anything that we needed was less expensive than letting it go than trying at a later date, but.
Sure.
And I'm sorry, I did not mean to, I
No,
know
no,
we're
no.
probably in a hurry, but I broke here when I saw Peabody Public Library Leasing Corporation. I was
Mhm.
like, wait a second, is that's sort of stagnant? And then I was like, well, who's running that?
That- Great question. Clarifying question?
So Angie York was, I just checked, that was the last I had from them.
Okay, and she was John Leather's
Yes.
longtime assistant, but I'm pretty sure that Angie has
Okay.
retired. at
I'll
this
check,
point.
I'll check with Matt.
Okay,
So it's from that law office.
it had always been
That was our.
that law office that had done it. That was the original local council, and I don't know that we've ever replaced them.
Okay.
And I'm not
And that's,
looking for a job.
Yeah.
I'm just,
and that's who we go through for any legal.
Legal.
That's who
I was
we use.
Thanks.
okay, sorry about that, Chris.
No, that's okay.
On the agenda.
The next thing I have is the investment and fund report. And this, we'll be able to see this on page 1 of 1. It's my first page here that I have. That has all of those funds on it and some of the funds that I'd like to highlight for you from the financial report.
And we don't have those, right?
Correct. I don't
Okay.
have copies
No,
of this. one,
perfect.
but,
I just-
Just to give us a couple of them, the one that we usually talk about are the Simon J. Peabody Fund and the Julia Snodgrass Fund, because those were gifted funds to us for the library. The Simon J. Peabody Fund at the end of this fiscal year had $46,114.29. We did have an issue with that fund years ago. It had been overspent. They were never supposed to spend the capital of it, just the investments, and then we got all that figured out and had to move. It was a thing. We figured that out, but we got that under, all squared away. And then the Julia Snodgrass Fund, it now has $139,439.81. And there are some stipulations on both of those funds on how they could be used. Everybody has access to the rainy day fund. It's in the folder on that one, so I won't read that one. It should be in our finance folder. Isn't it in our finance folder? I thought it was.
Yeah.
Yes,
In this?
yes.
Yeah.
It should be in our regular folder in that.
So if you look on page 23,
Yeah.
it has all, it lists all of our.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah,
All of
everybody
our
does.
listed here somewhere.
There we go.
I'm sorry, that's why
I'm
I'm
sorry.
rifling through.
We're all on 23. So yes, I'm sorry. I'm on page 1 on mine. This is on page 23. So, yeah, so that was, you can see that on 22.7 or 227 and 228. Those are our two large ones that we always discuss and cover for us to make sure that we've got those. Does anybody have any questions on any of those other ones? Because the 282, that is the new grant that we had just received that was in the newspaper. So that was exciting.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. Any questions on any of the grants or any of those?
You as a treasurer know what balance they have to keep. I need to know, I'm just saying, in the
It's-
future, someone's gonna
As
be
the
the
outgoing
treasurer.
treasurer, as the
Yes.
outgoing treasurer.
That's the outgoing.
Yes.
Yeah, there's the fund, it was not very much when it was first made by Simon J. Peabody. But the fund had been used before I was treasurer as, I don't want to say a catch-all. but
That
was a catch-all.
That was exactly what I was going to, basically a catch-all, and we didn't know where else to get
Because
it.
when I asked about that.
Right, yeah.
And we had to dig into the policies and go back to the way back machine.
Sure.
And figure out what those all were. But,
Okay.
and that was the same thing, not the same thing, but with the Julia Snodgrass Fund,
Right.
there are some stipulations that go with what we can.
And they were
cannot
supposed to be
use.
more like endowments, right? Where
Correct.
we just spent the income.
Correct.
The interest, right?
Yeah, the
Okay.
interest or earnings.
Okay. So
Yeah,
as
and
long as you have that to pass.
We have, and that's all through the community foundation, and that is all in the encumbrances and those things every
Okay.
month are in there. And then I believe those are what we have, and then our total bank report, and I want to make sure you guys have the same one that I do. And I don't know if that's the case. Because on page 20 that I have, for us on page 20, the year-to-date receipts that I have on that one is not what we have in the bank. It says 1.706 million, And the one that I have that's up to date is 2.2 million in total accounts, and that's across all accounts.
And I think we got a
Yes,
deposit after this was drawn, so that's why it's.
that's why it's a little, okay.
What's a tip?
The tax increment,
Tax incremental funding district.
Thank you.
And I'm trying to think which one the library is in, whether it's, it must be in the county. I don't think it's in one of the cities.
To count.
Okay. And it runs roughly along US 30.
the corridor, yeah.
Things you learn.
I will smile and nod and say thank you for the fifth district money, this
Exactly.
person. All right. Any other questions on any of those pieces? They are every month in the bank reconciliation, things that we get. And also we have access to them in our packets as well. But if you have any questions on those, please ask, because we can definitely get that information to you. If you would like, that to be put into as a separate page on what we can use the Simon J. Peabody Fund for, and we can put those in the packet as well. But usually that comes up when Mike or somebody, we need to make those things.
Sure, I was just making sure that when this gets passed over to someone else, that it's defined somewhere. That's
It is defined, it's in the paperwork for the fund itself.
perfect.
Okay,
Would you entertain a motion regarding the,
Investment and fund
I
report?
was going to say the resolution for.
the accounts, the next one? Sure.
Signer?
Yes, I would love that.
It will move to approve the resolution as presented for the 2026 bank account approvals and check signers.
That's on page 43,
Thank you.
page 43.
I'm on the struggle bus.
Page 43. That's okay. I was gonna read it, but I don't have to.
Okay.
No, I was gonna read it, but I don't have to.
And
this will be then for the 2026 bank signer and those accounts. What we would be doing is allowing our next treasurer, the treasurer,
Correct.
to do that and sign every check that goes through.
Sorry, just.
doesn't sound like you're gonna miss that particular
Didn't have
job.
time to read it beforehand, so,
It's-
yes.
It's signed, it's a rubber stamp. You just make sure it's all correct.
Mhm.
I only had to sign once.
So do we need a motion?
Yes, oh, it's a motion. I need a second.
Oh, I need a sec, yes, I second it.
Okay, been moved and seconded. Does everyone have a chance to read it? Everybody okay with it?
Yes. Oh, sorry.
Yes,
All those in favor of passing the motion, aye?
I,
Aye.
Aye.
Nays, ayes, it's approved, and we do need to sign this.
Yes. Can I do blue?
And-
Or not? Okay.
Secretary Pro Tem, you will need to sign it twice.
okay.
Next on the agenda is page 47. 47. And that is the discussion of and/or approval to get rid of outstanding checks. These outstanding checks are 2 years old. You can see what funds they were in, room rental, summer reading prize, and program supplies, and who they were to, and for the amounts. I would need someone to motion that so we can approve, vote on canceling those 2-year-old checks.
Do we as an entity take these people to court?
So these are checks we sent. They just never cashed them. They never cashed them. So we have to cancel. the
So we
checks.
can't take them to court.
Correct.
I
Yeah.
would make a motion that we accept the
Outstanding
outstanding checks as given.
as void. Okay. I have a motion. Do we have a second?
I'll second. Go ahead. Joel's got a second.
Joel seconds.
Wow.
All those in favor of voiding our checks that are outstanding by 2 years, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Voided checks, we have those three.
And those funds will go back into where they came from.
Perfect.
2 years later. Yes.
Hey,
Thank you, sir.
it's like a free gift.
That's you. Three. And the last one on my list, well, 2 things on my list. We just need to make a motion and approve to designate the Post and Mail as the library's notification newspaper.
Angela makes the motion to designate the Post and Mail as our library's Peabody Public Library notification newspaper.
It's been moved. Do I have a second?
Greg will second.
Greg seconds. Moved in second. All those in favor? Say aye. Opposed? Great, motion carries. Great, good stuff. Last thing that we have to do is the new slate of officers for next year's Board of Finance meeting. Those board of officers have been stated as Spencer Mize, President, and Mark Parker, Secretary.
Greg moves to elect Spencer Mize as president of the Board of Finance and Mark Parker as the secretary, effective as of the adjournment of this Board of Finance.
Been moved. Do we have a second?
I'll second.
Second, any discussion?
Yes, can I ask how they were chosen? Just because I don't know.
We always, this is what we've always done. It's probably a lazy thing to do, but we've always made the treasurer
Yes.
the chairman of the Board of
And that makes
Finance
sense.
and the secretary is.
Okay, there we go. I was-
So, and I think they both understood
Yes, that was part of that.
that
Okay,
going in.
and I figured it was because I just didn't know if you needed a second person for accountability. Is that why there's two in there or? So we have
The
two.
statute just says you have to have those officers, I think.
Yeah, those are somebody to take the notes, the minutes, and then
Okay, thanks. Angela,
All-
got questions?
all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All right, ladies and gentlemen, motion or meeting adjourned. Okay.
Well, I would like to, open the regular business meeting. And have our call to the agenda for sake.
Do we need to approve
Last month
last month's minute?
minutes.
Here, they've got it on page 1 is the agenda.
Well, that would be, okay,
Here, but it just starts down there. Because they now have to list our appointment authorities. So
okay.
you did the call to order, the approval, you've already suspended your into new year. Yeah.
No, we did not do.
We didn't
approval
approve
of
the minutes.
Oh, then we need to go back and do that.
I would make a motion to approve the minutes from last month.
And that was Chris.
Second,
Doug.
or any questions, first?
Well, I think we have to have a second and then the discussion, right?
Okay,
Because I get these out of order.
Yeah, that's
okay.
technically.
Okay.
Greg will second Chris's motion to approve the minutes as presented.
And then Angela just wants to ask, when we discussed the building projects, didn't we approve a certain amount or projects, or do we not put that in the minutes? Does that make sense? No, it's on.
And I wasn't here and I moved to approve the minutes.
Oh,
as
well,
a-
you
as a
weren't
matter
here.
of
You
form.
weren't here.
No, the two of us were not
Yeah.
here.
I know what it was. I'm just saying, do we need to have those things in the minutes?
Oh, the actual numbers. what it
Yes, or the
was.
projects, or I don't know from
If technically the minutes can be very bare bones, minutes basically are supposed to say who was there,
okay,
okay?
yeah,
Note that you had a quorum, and record motions
okay,
and action on motions.
okay,
And that's it. So if there was not a formal motion that said, we're gonna spend $500,000 on project X, it wouldn't necessarily be in the minutes.
But if you would like it there, we can have it at.
no, I'm just asking, because didn't we make a motion?
Again, Chris and I were not here,
Okay,
But one of us.
but we were, of course, the ones that moved to approve the minutes.
True, 100%.
what you all doing? Well,
President's not.
There is an argument, a lot of people will abstain or not participate in that. To me, it's not the minutes that you have knowledge of them so much as you don't have any objection to them.
Yeah.
So,
true. I guess just because of clarification, Since it's not defined in there. But I think it will be tonight. I don't know.
So this was about the big project,
Yeah, yes.
and it was just, approving us taking the next steps. So you haven't, there's
Okay.
There's no commitment.
no commitment yet, no, this is the amount of money we are willing to spend. It was just in concept, are you okay with that to move forward?
Great, because,
No, because you were absolutely correct. If there had been an
Because I had
approval,
stuff from the architect with rough, very early rough
numbers.
numbers
yes.
and stuff like that, but it was nothing's been
Okay,
solidified.
perfect. So then basically it is as it is, next steps will be defined. Great.
Yeah.
Angela is done with questioning. So we can take a vote.
So I would like to pose a vote. All those in favor, say aye. Aye. All those opposed, nay? Okay, motion is carried. And let's see, go to,
That'd be
page 44.
40 on page 44. 44. Oh, wow. Or would you, the new business here that we're looking at, the resolutions that we,
To transfer the fund.
okay,
Mike probably can explain.
Yeah, so, as we went through the end of the year, there were some funds that were overspent, what we had allotted, but others, we did not spend as much. And so within those, there's 4 different buckets of funds, personnel, capital, and other, anyway, there's 4 buckets. And within those buckets, there's line items like the capital, you know, that's what building and stuff like that is. I can move stuff within that bucket, but to move stuff from like the personnel bucket to cover an overspend in capital, I have to get a resolution and a motion from the floor and approval for it. So that's what I'm asking for tonight, is that you approve moving money from the bucket, I believe it's from the other services category and moving it into the capital outlays bucket. So it's to do 2 different buckets, moving from one, just to make sure that that's zeroed out.
So what did we overspend on?
The furniture and equipment,
Like all of the new stuff upstairs? Is that,
a lot of that, yeah.
okay.
Greg will move to approve the resolution to transfer funds between major categories within the operating fund.
okay, we have a motion to approve. Do we have a second?
Chris will second.
And Angela would ask, is there a reason we went over budget?
It was, so it says 8,000.
Yeah.
It wasn't 8,000. So it was what was, so other lines were like 1,000 and $50 scared. And so I moved within that bucket. So it was all into one
Okay,
line. So we did not overspend furniture and equipment.
thank you.
Like 8,000.
It was a little
But that's
confusing.
why I moved it into.
It's from the budget and then things go up in price as the year goes on and then, yeah,
Yes.
moving things within the one.
It is absolutely usual for any public agency, usually at a December or January meeting, to basically transfer between funds. Because
Yes.
some have been underspent.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I just, the way it looks like
Yes.
we overspent on $8,600 worth of couches. And I want to make sure that it's clear we did not.
No, we did
That-
not.
that's all.
And if you look, and look at
I
the,
mean, this is public record.
No, that makes perfect sense.
if you look at the statements, you'll see that a lot of them are now zeros
Yes,
because I moved those.
and you,
funds.
instead of having some outlay in all of them. You just moved it up into one, so it was
Just into
easier
one.
to move it.
Yeah.
So we only have one resolution to move it instead of 50.
Yes.
Thank you for doing that.
I would like to proceed with a vote, on this. All those in favor, signify by saying aye. Aye. All those opposed, nay. Motion has carried. Let's see, what's our next one here on the new business?
Encumbered.
Encumbrances, okay.
Yeah, so these are things that we've already had invoices for from last year, but they haven't been received, and so we haven't paid them yet, that type of thing. And so we're just asking for permission to continue to pay those encumbered monies out of last year's budget rather than taking it out of the 2026 budget. Because so we ordered books that we know are coming out in like October, November. They don't come until January, February. So we've allocated those funds. This just allows us to continue to pay.
Okay, all right. Okay, I'd like to go ahead and do we have a,
Angela makes the motion that we accept the 2025 encumbrances to be paid out of 2025 budget.
Greg will second. There was like 200,000 something on that number, right? Just trying to remember. I thought I had.
So you're thinking the.
Oh, the rainy
Maybe
day.
that's
That's
the
the rainy day. No, that's the rainy day.
Nope, that's the other one.
Was it 60?
I have it there.
You're wrong.
60. I actually had highlighted it and then I.
Oh, it's 203. I'm looking at this right. No, 62.
It was my second guess. Those two numbers stuck in my head. Yes.
There was an outstanding purchase order. I don't know if it's in the packet. This was.
It's not.
Okay.
Oh, okay, great.
So I brought this separate for this very question. I looked at the wrong one first. Yeah,
There's a real specific one on the encumbrances.
yeah, $52,482.92.
Oh, well, isn't that on page 42?
Probably.
Because it's that same number.
I believe that.
Just saying, the same number. Oh.
That is the, yes, that is the outstanding purchases. It's
I did it.
30,
No, that's how I,
39 to 42.
yes.
Page
No, I could, yeah, but I usually use a red notation and I just,
Yeah.
okay. Sorry, Joel, I'm not making it any easier for you, am I?
that's okay.
Joel's just breathing. You're doing a great job, Joel. Well, I think we have a motion and as we have,
Yep.
and we had a
And
second.
we have a second.
Any other, just,
So is there any other discussion? Okay, I'd like to take it to a vote. All those in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, nay? No opposed, the motion passes.
Another one, got it.
And moving on to building maintenance and repairs.
Did we do the rainy day transfer yet?
no, that's not.
Oh, we didn't do that one?
No, I
It's not.
Oh,
on
anyways,
there.
it's, it is up on there. I crossed that one out too soon.
So do we still need to do that one?
Mhm.
Yep.
Oh, okay, we did them out of order. Great.
Oh.
Doesn't matter.
Okay.
No one else sees the order.
Okay,
Greg moves to approve the resolution to transfer appropriations 2025 budget to, it's into the rainy day fund, correct?
Yes.
Okay, and that's on page 46.
yeah,
Glad he's the only happy one to do.
It's a lot of resolution.
Maybe next time we need all this at the front, so.
Put in the back.
Yeah, for us old people, it would be helpful.
Okay, so we have a motion by Gray. Do we have a second?
Chris will make a second to motion, second one.
Do we have any discussion?
Is that to be earmarked for anything specific or just to be moved?
Just
Right now.
Okay.
And that's less than 1% of the operating budget that is left over. So
Yeah.
that's cutting it close. That's good.
We were right on.
Mhm.
Right. Any further discussion? Okay, I'd like to take it to a vote now. All those in favor of this motion transferring funds into the rainy day fund signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. All those opposed, nay. Motion carries.
Next January, I think I'm bringing refreshments from the long meetings, okay?
Well, it hasn't been that long. It just seems like.
Well, we haven't even
Nature
gotten
is-
to their regular.
Oh,
meeting.
you're right.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're right.
And next time, maybe we need to sit all closer when it's only us.
We did used to sit around one table. I think during COVID, we started.
We had to go-
distancing and
And
then
then
we
we went back.
Well, that's okay.
All right.
Except.
I'm sorry. Go ahead. All right, I think we're moving on to next is building and maintenance repairs.
Yep. So we are using, Mike Balser, who is with Blue Sky, who does our cleaning, and he does some general contract and, maintenance type of work. We've used them in the past for other small projects around the building, that are beyond my scope. And some of the things that we're looking to do is, that's been on our list of one for a while, are, basically a refresh down here, in the first, on the lower level. Painting, updating the sinks and countertops in the bathroom. Just those type of general maintenance and updates. And so some of those things have started, we actually occupancy, central fund suggestion stuff today. So those are done. So now we don't have to monitor the lights, they just come on and they will go off, say, when they're not in use. So that's, in my opinion, a nice thing. And then there's other just, this down lower level hasn't really been, it's kind of neglected. The walls are need painting and repaired and stuff like that. So that's all on the list of things that we will be doing going forward. We do have a few quotes for the wall repair and painting. My biggest question with this is how involved does the board want to be in the process? Do you want, is there a dollar amount that you want me to come to, if I get a quote for for painting, do you want me to bring those to you? Because, or if it's above a certain amount, do you want to say if it's under an amount, you don't care to know ahead of time? Well, I just want to make sure I'm following what you guys are wanting.
The last time we had, when we did the downstairs, we did the carpet, the painting and everything. We did okay, the colors and those things. Is it the same colors or different colors that you're thinking?
I think they're different colors. But it's still neutrals.
Still neutrals, but different colors?
Yeah, we're not going like hot pink or anything like that.
Do you want, as a board, to sign off on those or do?
Well, and that's part of it, but also you're talking about a threshold financially in terms of numbers that you would have to come back to the board for, right?
Because, so there's a difference between what state law says and what you guys want.
Mhm.
So
Basically, we're giving you authority as a purchasing agent
Yeah.
to act independently without
Yeah.
a specific approval.
correct, because I'd like to get these, I want to get these projects moving and along, and I'm not going to go out willy-nilly spending. But I also don't want to ignore the board. So I want to know where your comfort level.
And previously, we had set it at 5.
That's what you and I talked
That's
about.
what I, yeah.
Well, and I was wondering, because the capital outlay is so if it's a purchase of over $5,000, it has to be recorded in our capital outlay. So I was wondering if that was where you got the 5,000, or if that was really, because 5,000 seemed really low to me for a,
That was, something that the board had set up that they wanted to be made known or just before those large, like, unless it was an emergency
Yeah.
situation. Because then it would go to the board president for that emergency approval. If it were like an air handler or something, but yeah, at that point, now that was.
Was several years ago.
That was a long time ago.
Yeah, I am thinking, I'm not sure I'm comfortable going past up to 20, but I think 10 is a much better number to look at. If you're looking for a threshold.
I can tell you right now that the three, so like the painting,
Mhm.
the three quotes for painting all came in over 10. They were like, I think the lowest was 13.
Can I ask where the wall repair and painting came in when I thought we were doing other things?
When you're doing other things.
Well, we are spending some of the rainy day money on upstairs renovation and that. I don't have a current maintenance and repair plan, so I didn't know we were,
It's in the strategic plan that we just did in end of last year.
no, it was not included in the strategic plan because in November and December,
Maybe you didn't get the email, maybe that's, because I swear I sent it out. I can forward it again.
yeah. Or can you print out a copy?
Yeah.
Do you guys have a plan?
I right offhand don't remember.
Okay,
Because
because
I am.
Because I just brought that plan up thinking, you were supposed to give us the new strategic plan this month and it was supposed to have the repair and maintenance plan in it, and I was waiting to get it today. So that's why it was a shock that we're moving forward with bathroom things and I'm thinking,
Bathrooms, the bathrooms have been on there since I've been here. These type of things. That's why I thought that was,
oh,
And they would, yeah, that had been on that list for a while, updating some of the bathrooms, lightings and
sure.
safety things.
So was redoing the asphalt. and-
Correct. That was a long time, yeah,
Right. I'm just
100%.
Yeah, I'm just saying, to make sure that I'm not questioning every time you want to do something, if I have that repair and maintenance, I'm like, oh, okay, we already talked about this, it's in the plan. Or having a scheduled update, which will keep our building good. That's all. Thanks.
But as far as that other one goes, Greg, I would agree that it does need to be up a little higher than $5,000, but I don't think over 10 is out of the question to be just brought to the board before those purchases.
Then you're thinking 10 may be a workable number too.
I don't know, but that's,
I mean, that's, yeah.
when Don was on the board, Don Lang was on the board. He was
Wait,
waiting
wait,
list.
Don passed away. When was that?
No, he did.
Yeah, apparently it was last night. Yeah. Sorry, I meant,
No.
I didn't mean to make that an
No,
official
Sorry,
thing, but
well,
the long time, very, very helpful.
Yeah, it's very helpful.
Library board member. Yes, yeah. But go on, when Don was on the board.
Well, yeah, when Don was on the board, he always had his pulse on that and what things cost and all those pieces. And was always very helpful with us when we
Oh,
were looking
sure.
at that stuff.
sure. Well, it makes sense.
And with the leasing corporation and all of those things, that when we put those in
Mhm.
place. And that was one of the things but that was over a decade ago, that number came up that's a good number, then everything else the board would.
And are you talking 10,000 and that would be for a whole project? Or, I mean, if I was a project manager, then I could just segue it out and say, well, it's this much for the sink replacement and this much for the countertop and this much for a toilet and bathroom stall
You're
renovation.
saying
So,
to
so
go-
I would spread it out and be under the 10,000.
Then we would have to have a meeting, executive session, and do some policy things.
Okay, well, I'm just saying.
No, you're right.
If, as long as we define it, I don't mind moving it up to 10,000.
Yeah.
As long as it's,
It fits
a
within.
little defined, not,
Yes. No,
not
understood.
specifically, but
Well, Mike, first of all, Angela, are we gonna be able to do anything with making you comfortable with addressing that tonight, or should we table it? And I hate to do that because Mike's trying to get the stuff done, but if you need
To make
more
sure.
I'm
information.
gonna vote no if we make a motion, because
Okay.
until I see,
Okay.
because as far as I can see, if we don't have that in a strategic plan, then we are in compliance and have been for 2 months with the strategic plan. Because wasn't that given to the state or something, or, and if we don't have that in there, then,
And it is in there. And
oh, okay.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. I thought that was, I had emailed it out and shared
How
it.
much harm are we gonna have by tabling that issue in terms of changing a threshold for another month?
I mean, it just pushes
Well, it
back.
pushes it back, but can you print it out?
Yeah,
And
it's
we,
printing now.
okay, and we
Oh.
go on to something else and then come back to that? Is that enough? I'm sorry, and I'm one vote, so if y'all want to vote on it, then you vote on it. I'm just saying.
That's why we have our discussion. It's 100% fine. That's great.
And that's sometimes why we do it before we have a motion in, and I was just kind of floating stuff. So I have no problem, Mr. Chairman, with us going into the balance of the director's report while that's printing out.
And it's probably printing for me. You want me to say two
Sure,
seconds?
if you don't mind.
Yeah, thank you, Mike.
Thank you, Mike.
And I'll have to go up and make sure maybe my email is not going through or something.
Your husband.
I don't think so. Did you get a copy of it?
Delete. I do not remember seeing that, but I'm not, it's not something of which I would have taken much more note in
Okay.
that specific detail.
Well, and
So that's why we have,
and it's on the minutes from last month that he's gonna give it to us this month. That's what,
and I wasn't there.
at this meeting, so that's
Yeah.
why I waited.
No, I was ill. So,
It's okay.
no, that's why we have multiple people on here. Different people are gonna catch different things.
Like I said, I circled it in. Strategic plan will be put together and shared in January, and maybe he emailed it. I just assumed it would be this meeting, so.
Well,
So-
one of the things that I always miss is the fact that we did like a board retreat where we get together and do all of that stuff and lay it out. We haven't done that in over a decade.
No, and I feel bad, like,
Yeah.
maybe I
Because
need
a
to
lot
have a
of the-
work session to figure this out before we come.
Well, one of the things that, like, not all of our stuff got finished from the last strategic plan,
Right,
which is what Mike was working off of, was our last strategic plan.
sure, and
Yeah.
I totally
Yep.
get that, and I totally understand maintaining this.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, I wouldn't have approved all of this last month if I knew that we were spending all of this.
Understood.
It
Now I
is my. Printer's not working, huh?
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
No, you're fine. It did weird things. What we did.
No, like they say, it's a situation where, if we're not gonna pass it tonight, I don't feel comfortable moving forward if it's something that you just need some more information about, if it's a matter of getting additional information. And I don't want to slow down the projects. And some of these would be cheaper in January than they're gonna be in March, but I don't know.
What are you thinking of that would be, any specific items that you're?
No, I'm not hesitant, actually. I mean, and this is,
He's just saying if we table it because of me, and then he goes to buy the paper towel and toilet paper dispensers and the new countertops, they're gonna cost more in March because we waited.
well, and I'm not,
They possibly could, is all he's saying.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
that's.
but I'm not sure that that's not a valid additional expense.
Yeah.
If you're gonna feel more comfortable about it, and I,
That's correct.
and
No, it's 100% correct.
yeah, so I guess that's what I'm thinking, is if we're anxious about whether or not this is something that we should even do.
Right.
Or what level it should be. I think more information is a good idea. I don't know. I don't really.
Well, and Mike was getting the printing. What I said when you weren't here, Mike, was if I would have known that we were spending all of this, I would not have approved. Or I've been more hesitant of approving spending rainy day, that much in the rainy day fund. And it's just because I didn't know. That makes sense. Not that maintenance isn't good, not that moving forward isn't good. I just,
And I'm sorry that I didn't make that clear, because I mean, that's always been my discussion. We even had discussion of the big projects, rainy day, and the project is out of our normal 2026 operating budget.
okay. And I'm okay with approving projects out of 2026 budget when I know what the plan is. I mean,
Mike, can you tell me, right now you have bids in for, and maybe they're actually quotes if they're under the 20,000.
yeah.
For painting, when's the deadline for those?
I was not given a deadline on, they were just,
Okay, are you expecting more in? Okay, how about we could move forward on that without a broader policy, if that's something that's on hold waiting for us, especially if they are quotes that may only be good for 30 days.
That's $20,000 you're allocating. And yeah, we do need to repair the walls. But what else needs to be done that I just don't know about? From a homeowner's viewpoint, paint inside, repair the asphalt if I have monies and I don't know if they come out of the same pot. Yeah, Elsie to the rescue. Woo!
Thank you.
Oh, no. And he was talking about the first quote came in 20,000, but I thought I also heard a 13. So that's, normally what you would do is you would review the quotes or the bids and award to the lowest responsible and responsive bidder.
Thank you. Nice pictures in here.
Thank you, sir.
the project on the last page.
Okay, thank you. Hey, woohoo! Okay, so we're not out of compliance for the strategic plan thing. So number 1, 2, and 3, and 4, we're doing out of the rainy day fund. Is that-
Correct.
Okay, great. And all the rest of these have already been budgeted, correct? For 12, sorry, I misread it. The next 4 have been budgeted for 2026. Okay, nice.
And all of those are coming in much lower than our original.
Yes.
Original thought.
Yeah, and those numbers are from 3 years ago when we're looking at the bond stuff, the numbers that they gave us then.
Yeah, from the bond.
Yeah, so this, I mean,
Only viable numbers we had to go from at the time.
Yeah.
Okay.
So these numbers are low.
These numbers are high because they were the bond, when we were looking at possibly extending the bond,
Okay,
they were on the high side of any of those numbers because they didn't want to put anything less. And then we wouldn't have enough money to do our projects.
perfect.
Yeah, because the engineers, if they're helping with that, always have to sort of guess. And they always guess. They say it's conservative. I say it's liberal, but whatever, they always guess high.
So the only thing I don't see on here would be anything like boilers, which I know we just, some of that what about more building maintenance things? Are there any, or is it just whenever they die?
The infrastructure one, the last kind of 2 on the bottom that we talked about, that was that, the array that we were discussing putting out, but the economizers outside for the air handlers and things. That was twofold, one for comfort of the building and the other was for economy to reduce costs in the long run.
Right,
But don't know if we would get all of it back, but most of it
Right.
back over
So do you guys do this when you were on the strategic plan committee? Did you guys all come up with this?
All of it?
No,
I
no,
mean,
this.
Most of this was carried over as a wish list when we were talking about another
Okay,
possible
thank you.
bond issue.
Yes.
And I think that's, because what happened was we were talking about,
And this
and this
was,
does
this
predate.
was way before the other strategic
Yes,
plan.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, this does.
Okay,
yeah,
so
this-
these aren't new, it just,
Yeah, these does
They were
predate,
the
but
last
what
one.
happened was we were basically doing a wish list.
Okay.
If we wanted to, or what we thought we might need to spend money on and talking about whether or not to get the bond for it,
Okay.
we opted to not get the bond in part because Mike said, I think
right,
we can do this
Right.
list
in-house.
in-house without having to get a bond for it. And then he has tasked it out, it looks like in a way that we can
Correct.
actually
okay, that.
pay as we go. And so I think that's how, and you correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that's how we've ended up with it this way.
Yeah.
It's, and it's been sort of prioritized, by what we fit in the budget.
Correct.
Budgeting per year.
Yeah.
Correct. Okay, well, thank you, because that makes more sense. I'm just thinking, oh my gosh, how do we get to bathrooms? It's like,
And just so you know,
it's just like,
That's fair, that's fair. And that's why some
well,
of this looks
notice I wrote
familiar
all kinds
and
of notes, like,
it may not be familiar, yes.
okay, thank you. Go ahead.
like, the toilet paper dispensers,
Yes,
the companies will give them to us for free. And then we just use them for the rolls, and they will be larger rolls, which will save us money.
yeah,
And the paper towels will no longer be the trifold, which will save us money.
yeah,
So even though that we are spending money, we will, our other line items will. be
We're
protected.
updating.
And the motion sensors on the lights.
oh,
Yeah,
that's
also.
awesome.
And, the faucets those are bad faucets, and so that's something that needs to be replaced.
Those things haven't been replaced, I don't think, since the building's been.
Yeah.
Correct.
See, that
Okay,
makes
so
more
we're
sense in
talking-
this.
I'm sorry, Angela.
No, I said that makes more sense.
Mhm.
So, and thank you for printing this. So, okay, back to the bathrooms and the wall repair. We don't have to make motions to have these done because you've already budgeted for them. You're just asking for a different amount to
Well-
where,
I just want to make sure I'm moving in a way that's comfortable with the board. If you want me to come back with anything that's over $5,000, they didn't pay for the bids and they're all at $6,000,
Right.
I'll do that. I just want to do what you and the board are wanting and not.
And that's where I pulled out the 10,000.
Correct.
And I think, I think 20 may be a little high for my taste, but yeah, if we're talking about a bunch of $6,000 quotes.
Yeah.
I think you can handle those. And not that you couldn't handle it.
Within this, as long as it doesn't go over any of these expected numbers, is that what you were, like you were saying with
As long as it's
compartmentalizing all of these?
I'm just saying, I'm willing to give you more leeway and say if it's over 10,000, then bring the quotes. That way, for the bigger quotes, you're gonna get them ahead of the time anyway. Because you started the process, you'll just have those people come in, you'll give them just, it'll roll smoother.
Mhm.
And anything under 10, great, get her done.
I will,
You can make a motion now.
or you, why don't you do that?
Ah, great.
Angela just said that she would like, Rick, I will move.
I don't even know how to say it.
I will move that for project approval of, projects where the lowest, bid, lowest responsible and responsive bidder or quote is under $10,000, that the director does not have to come and get additional board approval. That's great.
Angela seconds that on the projects that are in the strategic plan.
And I will accept that amendment. The ones that are in the appendix.
Yeah.
Yes, yes.
Okay. All right, we have a motion and a second. We'll take it to,
Just a question before we go. On paints and colors, do you want to be as a board member, made available of the colors before they go on the walls?
I don't.
Okay,
However, I think any board member that is interested should speak now and be in contact so that they can look at the swatches and the samples and participate. Because I think the board input is,
And 100%, because if somebody from the community doesn't like the colors, it's on us as a
Right.
board, not on,
right.
because we approved it. That's why I'm asking.
I would like that. I mean, I think that, just,
You can become our new Don Langlo.
okay, all right.
Is it like a neutral beige or a neutral?
It was, I don't remember the color, but we were definitely talking neutrals
Yeah, because
and away from
you
the.
got fun colors up there in the team room. They have.
No, that's true.
Yeah.
Would you, go
Yeah.
ahead. No, would you be willing to look at the colors before?
Sure, and is there anyone else that would like to join me? I mean, I thought, we would, you know.
We could do it here,
a
but
little
I hate to have us have to go through a formal meeting
Yeah.
for that, and I
Right.
am not, this could be off blue, off gray, off beige, off brown. None of those are going to make that big a
They're
difference,
not gonna pick
You know,
brown and flash with the carpet, sorry.
okay?
Yeah.
But not that I'm being dismissive of those choices as important. I just think we could get very bogged down.
It was almost a whole meeting doing the carpet samples and everything else over and over and over again because,
Okay.
yeah, it was, well, I mean, it's a lot. It's a
Well,
big
it's a lot of
expense.
money. It is, and especially you gotta paint those railings.
But if we have 3 or less board members who are conferring, we could set up you can do that as a committee or a group, just like we had representatives that were on the strategic plan, and anybody that's interested, I think, could do that. I
I just wanted to make sure that our board would be okay with it if that, I don't have a problem with one board member being the lead for that to choose any colors.
you want to be in on that too?
Okay.
No,
Okay,
Well,
there you go.
but maybe Carmen or.
Yeah. No, leave it, yeah. Our other board member.
Well, like I say, as long as we don't have a
Right.
quorum, I think we're okay.
Yeah, as long as there's not 4, correct?
Correct, just 3 of us.
I mean, I'm just interested in looking at it. I'm not trying to second guess you.
Oh,
By
I'm not making the decision.
No, but I didn't assume that.
Kelsey and Tiffany that are the ones that are.
Okay.
I assume he had some staff members.
Yeah, no, that's what I was saying. If somebody from the board just wanted to say that, that's great.
Yeah.
Or are there any other options?
Yeah, I'll take a quick look at it. And,
Okay.
you know, and that's a whole different ball of wax
Well,
talking.
and that makes it easier for Mike too, because he
Yeah.
can say, Joel's the board rep for the
Yeah.
core.
Would it be available on Saturdays to come look at them? Cause I can't come during the day.
Hmm.
And I don't,
We can make it available.
okay, well, I just didn't want somebody to have to, I know people work late here, but not have to stay late for me. Does that make sense? Okay.
Yeah.
Sure, I'll come look at paint samples
I mean,
Okay.
with you. Great.
it's up to you.
And I could almost guarantee that Mark and Spencer and I don't want to do it. I don't know if Carmen.
Well, we might, and if she does, she can join us and we're still under.
But I won't say yes because we will still spot for one more person.
And wonderful.
Was that motion still pending?
No, I was just asking about our colors.
Okay.
Part.
But did-
Yes, you motioned it. It's still pending.
As well seconded.
Okay, we don't have any further discussion. I'd like to take it to a vote and, the motion to a vote,
And the motion was to basically authorize the director to have discretion to spend up to $10,000 on projects with individual projects listed within the appendix on the 2026-2028 strategic plan.
okay, and we'll take that to a vote. All those in favor say aye. Aye. All those, opposed, say nay. The motion carries. And so I think, we have the next,
So do we need to approve the $20,000 for the wall repair and painting?
He said that was, that I assume was a higher bid, right? Because you said there was a $13,000.
Yeah, we got 3
Mhm.
and I do have them here. I wasn't sure if where we
That's what I was
were.
gonna say. Do you want to address those
Do you
now?
want to?
Yes.
I would say, yeah.
Yeah, let's get you going.
yeah,
Seeing as how, I almost delayed us.
No,
no,
Feel bad, I'm just saying.
I was
I'm
the
okay with
one
that.
talking about the lighting. I want you to be comfortable with it. Do we have a recommendation as to the lowest responsible and responsive bidder? I assume that we had some basic color specs or quality.
Yeah, so, the first bid. This is the lowest one.
And by the way, Mike, has there been enough time where you heard back from the folks you're expecting to hear back?
Yes.
Okay, let's get it.
Yeah, so, the lowest quote, and this is for,
Yeah, gotta watch, somebody walking behind us at night.
Was there?
Security.
Oh,
came in a total of 13,000. And as for, paint labor and materials, they're quoting it, the labor, 9,500 and materials as, 3,500. And that's including painting the rooms down here, as well as there's 2 rooms upstairs that need paint.
And that labor's them moving the furniture and things? Okay.
And the second quote was paint labor was 10,000, material cost 4,000, and both were they specified 2 coats in all areas.
Okay, so they're all comparable.
Yeah.
Okay.
And drywall and repairing, and this includes repairing any drywall cracks or damage.
Okay.
And the other one was a different email.
And none of these are companies that have conflict of interest with any of us, right?
Not that I know.
I don't know.
I don't really go there.
I don't own a company, so it's. Well, Jacob, but he's not put in for bids.
So these preliminary estimates on the cost, let's say the repainting the walls, that was at 50,000, but that was just a number set. All these were just numbers that we set.
Yeah, they were based on high estimates 3 years ago,
Oh, okay.
when we were looking at bond.
And I do think we had some engineers
The engineers did talk about.
helped us with some of those, but they said that they were set high.
Oh, so we could come in way under budget.
Correct.
Yes, yes.
It can't
Yes.
go over
Yeah.
that. That's where.
Yes, yeah, that's why when you wanted to incorporate that, I was like, well, that's fine. We said those were high. If they're gonna go with that, yeah, we definitely want to know what's up.
Okay, oh, well, thank you for that. Funny.
Okay. Right. And then, as far as the bathrooms, are those, let's see, those are in here also, or not?
He's trying to find the third quote right now.
Sorry,
Oh, okay, I'm sorry.
Yeah. that's okay.
the third quote, I did find it, again, same area, 2 quotes, they came in at $20,090. And, Mike, Balser, he reached back out and said, you're way high from everyone else, and he did not come back with another quote.
Okay.
So this is the quote.
Sorry, so that one's off the table then.
Do you have any concerns with the low quote?
I trust Mike, these are people that he works with
Oh,
and knows.
Okay.
and the paints would be about comparable from,
Sherwood Williams,
oh, great, yeah, okay. As long as you got it, okay, thank you for.
yeah, the other one did not specify what, the 14,000 did not specify what brand paint, but 13,000. Good. So, Sherwood Williams.
Because if you got Ace Hardware paint, that would be cheaper than Sherwin-Williams. I don't know if it covers as well, so does that concern you? or-
It does, well, Mike, again, I'm going off Mike and his expertise.
Yeah.
Is, he uses Sherwin Williams and all his stuff.
Yes,
He says it cleans easily. It
covers well,
It covers well and all that stuff, so.
and that was the $13,000?
Yeah.
13.5, wasn't it, or?
No, right at 13.
Oh, right at 13. Okay.
So it was 9,500 for labor and 35.
Oh, okay. I will move that we accept the quote for the $13,000 and authorize that vendor to proceed with their work. That's Greg making that motion.
And Angela seconds that motion.
Okay.
And these companies don't have any conflict of interest with Mike, right? Okay, great.
Okay. Any further discussion? I'd like to take that, motion to a vote. All those approving, signify by saying aye. Aye. All those no. By me. Motion carries.
You were asking about the bathrooms then separately?
I thought they were possibly separate. I was looking for, did I miss it here on that?
The only thing for the bathrooms right now, most of it's very low stuff, like the light switches and phosphor take care. And even I got quotes for countertops and sinks, and that was under that 10,000.
Yeah,
I think it was
it should be, yeah.
that or something like that.
Okay.
And what material is the countertops made out of?
So it's solid,
Like a quartz
not,
or a crystals? Okay,
yeah, not
perfect.
non-porous,
It's long lasting.
Yeah.
Thank you.
like what was done upstairs.
Yes, perfect. Thank you for that. So since time is of the essence, before we leave, I will give you, come up with some times that I can come in and look at the paint, because I'm sure you're gonna wanna get on it. Does that
Yeah,
make sense?
yeah, I'll let Mike know and
Okay.
have them done with,
So,
still they're available, and yeah.
thank you.
And do we need to, next up is the director's report?
Yep.
Okay.
So, one of the things that we are looking at is, updating our, logo. And we're working with, Blue River Digital, which is just right on the other side of the wetlands, to come up with, we have some first drafts, and, so when we get narrowed down, we will bring those to the board for your input and thoughts, before we move forward finalized. Any questions on that?
Yeah, what did you say you were going to bring before the board?
When I get them narrowed down, I
When you
just
get
gonna bring
narrowed
back
down,
3 or
we talk
4.
about it.
Oh, okay.
Of the new logo.
Okay.
We got another grant from the Community Foundation of Whitley County. They are giving us $2,000 to help support an upcoming One Community, One Book reading program that will feature, and we're trying really hard to work with Churubusco and South Whitley, so it's a truly county-wide reading project and program. So lots of good stuff going on as always. Some our programming is going really well. They are getting numbers that are more consistent. We are branching out from the normal the tried and true crafts that we've always done, trying some new things and testing new dates and times to see if we get different or more, or what works and what doesn't. So it's nice that we are small enough that we can make those kind of agile adjustments to see what is working best for our community. The biggest probably program in December was the gingerbread house, which was very well attended. It was lots of fun, lots of people throughout the whole time, making the way, and multiple people asked to make sure that it was going to be a regular thing, which I think we will be doing. So we've also stepped up our social media. I think we've mentioned that in the past, but we're getting some real traction on some of our fun videos and reels and stuff like that on social media. That's about, those are the things I wanted to highlight. Is there any other questions you had about the other reports from the departments?
The videos have been nice to see on the line. They're very fun. And do we have anybody with allergies for the gingerbread thing? Like, did we accommodate for?
No one we use draft contractors and stuff like that, but no one's ever, and that is to my knowledge, no one brought up any problem.
Yeah, I just didn't know if we have a sign up sheet if you, yeah, if more kids with allergies.
Like. Cyber.
Yeah.
So that's software or hardware?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. I only wondered because I was convinced it was software and I looked on their website and oh, it's software. It's sort of, and then I saw that we put it under hardware and I was curious.
So the kiosk that takes payment for the printer is hardware, and we're buying it through them.
Okay.
So
That answers.
but yet there's software that manages that, those print services. But it did have a hardware piece.
I want to make note that Angela has no questions about any of this extra money now. Yay.
For now.
Okay, except for on page 33, Blue Sky Services, professional services.
Uh-huh.
What was that for?
That's custodians.
Oh, do I forget that every time?
It's okay. I always have a feeling, I'm sometimes afraid to ask the question because I was like, okay, how long has this been on this report? And I've just been missing it. So no shame.
My blonde highlights.
Our,
on me to ask.
hey, our job is to just.
So that's
triple
our
check stuff.
custodian, okay. Very.
Yeah, we're supposed to ask.
We are supposed to ask.
No, because I have people ask me all the time, like, I'm gonna let me later right now.
And you could see Blue Sky also for repair stuff, because it's the same company, but in this case, it was all.
Okay, well, that made sense because you had said, okay, great. Okay, now Angela's done. Angela would like to make a motion. I don't know what motion I'm making.
To approve the claims.
As given.
Yeah.
And
Go ahead, Greg.
Greg will second.
any further discussion or questions? All right, I'll take it to a vote. All those that approve, signify by saying aye. Aye. Those nay, opposed, nay. Motion carries.
There are two, because one comes out in December, the other one's in early January,
Right,
so
so sign two.
Yep.
Got it.
lots of time tonight.
I didn't see it on this agenda. Do we need to install or vote for our new officers?
That's on the-
We already
in
did
December.
I know that was done last month, but I know we
Do
waited
we
a
need to
month.
install them?
I thought we had to install them
So,
because we were supposed to do it at the end of the meeting, so that's what.
Oh, the end of the meeting was mainly for the finance board.
And that was already done?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, good. Okay, I was just making sure.
Well, I think we're all
and
set.
before we can move forward with this, the bank, we haven't had it approved,
Correct.
which are not approved, so.
Okay, so the
Yeah.
yes.
So now we need
That'll
to
be-
end our regular
Okay.
meeting and then go into,
But I was my understanding, and this goes back to that email problem. We were going to postpone that
evaluation.
executive session, right?
Yeah.
A month because we don't have the hearing. And Carmen got a little behind on, I don't remember being asked.
No, there was.
Yeah.
That's kind of the job I thought you did.
Yeah, she
Oh, I thought we just showed up.
she was gonna send something out and she never got that done.
Okay.
So,
Well, we've done it different ways in the past. I used to do, I don't,
It's a different, I
a
did
job poll or something like that. Yeah. or
You did
job-
that, I used Google,
Google Docs
well,
or Google.
a Google form.
Yeah.
Filled out with those.
So, and I don't think Carmen did something else, but yeah, we usually send something like that out and then,
So Angela makes a motion that this meeting is adjourned.
Greg will
Yes.
second that motion.
And anyone opposed to adjournment? All those in favor signify by saying aye. Motion carries for adjournment.
That's it. 7:06.